What is up, everybody? This is Brady Crawford. Want to take you guys through a kit rundown of what I'm using. I got a lot of questions recently about what specifically I'm using. A lot of questions about the electronics I'm using, cymbals, snares, mics. So I'll take you through it. Primarily, we're using Pro drums. A lot of Roland, you'll see. We'll get into that. Not sponsored by any of these brands, but I would love to play these brands. So yeah, we'll get into it. I'll tell you why I'm using certain things for certain places, what DAW I'm using, and how I get to record through anything and how it could work for you in any situation you would want it to work in. Yeah, let's get into it. So here we have it. We have a Pro Decade Maple, 8, 10, 12, 16, 22 kick, 3 snares actually. Pro Decade Maple snare up here with a Black Max Remo on it. We have a Yamaha Raideen 14-inch snare with a big fat snare drum on it, the Remo Emperor. And then we have my main snare. It is a Tama Metalworks 14 by 6.5, I believe. And I think these are all standard sizes for shells. And kick, I have a Remo P3 clear. I have P4 clear. Shout out to Murphy. P4 clears on the toms. Then I have a lot of questions about this. A vintage Emperor coated, and this has no bottom head. So yeah, it really gives you that great sound. Do not use my 14, but I'll take you through the cymbals. So getting into the cymbals, we have a 14-inch custom special dry hats, 14s. I switched between these for aux and main hats. We have 14-inch K custom dark hi-hats, 14s. I love these. A custom 19-inch crash. Just bought this from the factory. Cluster crash. This also came from the factory. This is an 18. I love the way this is my favorite sounding crash of probably all time. This thing is just amazing. I have an A Splash 10-inch. One of my favorites. This is actually one of my favorites. This is a 20-inch Byzance dual crash ride. This thing is just amazing. Look it up. Anybody who plays this is just this always sounds great. I use it as a ride / crash because I don't have an actual ride right now, but this thing sounds amazing. All contexts. I use this in jazz, hip hop, reggae, funk, trap. Anything you want to use this for, it sounds good. The stack we have over here is a little interesting. This is a ZBT China on top of a ZBT crash. And you may be thinking, why the heck am I using that in a professional setting? But you got to see what works for you, man. And this stack has worked for me. Sometimes I switch it up. I switch it up sometimes, depending on what context I'm using it for. So if I need something a little bit more angry, I put a brighter crash on top of the China. If I want something that's a little bit more mellow, I put a mellower crash on top of the China. Last but not least, one of my favorite crashes of all time, an 18-inch A Custom EFX trash, EFX crash. This thing records very, very well. I put it to the right because it's very explosive and bright, and the mics pick it up very well. Yeah. For triggers, everybody's been asking me about this, so let's get into it. We have a PD8 pad, one here, and one here. They are running from my SPD-SX Pro, and I'll show you the rack from the other side. Just want to take a moment to talk about the Roland SPD-SX Pro. This thing helps me do what I do. It was definitely worth the investment. It was worth the money. Easy to program. It has an app you can run through your phone, and what's cool is I'm able to run set list from previous shows, and everything's there. And all my triggers are automatically set up to it. So I think it's very fun. And yeah, here's Fat Freak. These are my custom molds. Shout out to Fat Freak. I'm using the Scarlett 18920 to record everything. And I have labels on what everything is. That way I just plug right in, I have levels set to everything. And they have an app on there, so it's kind of cool to show you where your levels are at right here. Plug in your headphones over here, and you're all set, man. When it comes to tuning, I don't like to give tips on that because I feel like tuning is very subjective, and it's up to you what makes sound good for you. When it comes to tuning, I tune for different scenarios. Sometimes I tune it. I'm currently tuned in fourths right now, but I normally tune in fifths. It depends on what song I'm doing, depends on what the call is for. You know, if I'm doing arena, I'm going to tune differently than I'm going to do a club gig. You know what I'm saying? So tuning always matters. Head choice matters. If I could show you the current stack of drum heads I have. So I'm always switching, no matter what. Trial and error, I'm always switching. I'm always trying something else out. Depends on the application. The heads that I have on now seem to work for everything. And that's just what working for me. There are certain situations where there's certain situations I like to go all clear. But for right now, what I'm doing, that works for me. And might work for you. So keep trying stuff out. So yeah, I lost the footage, but basically I was saying keep trying, see what works for you, and keep grinding. If you guys want to see more content like this, let me know. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yeah, that'll be it.